Okay, so this is a video request for possibly a fix or a new feature in LOR S5. What I have here and what you're looking at is I have a matrix that I use. It's basically, let me see if I can get this to go. Okay. It's 50 across by 49 down, and each one of these channels here, as you can see, represent a Papagayo face picture. I have 10 of them in there, A, E, I, F. And what has been happening is when I bring in all this Papagayo data, which is the mouth movements, for the matrix picture, when I enter it, it just gives me basically what you're looking at up here is in this area up here. If you see my mouth spinning around, that's basically the matrix effect. Preview. What you're seeing, and see, I'll right click on this section here when I go to motion effect. It's a color wash and it's all white. And basically what I want to see is, I'll change that from color wash to a picture. And the picture is going to be of this one right here. This is my AI. I'll say OK. And this is what I want to see in the matrix. And of course, the 10 positions for Papagayo gives my mouth movements. It gives me the animation. Up here, if you see these green things up here, this is an RGB Holiday Coro setup that I had. I want to move it over to the matrix to look like this over here. So, as you can see, this section now, all of it, has the AI face position in this matrix channel and the motion effect. But this one doesn't. So I'm going to undo right now because I want to show you what I'm wanting. I want to be able to right click on this and highlight the effects, the motion effect row, which in this case is the AI. And now I want to be able to right click and say insert motion effect. As you can see, it's showing me a color wash again. So what I want to do is I want to be able to go down here and go to picture, pick out that picture and say OK, and I want that picture to populate every one of these areas here where the AI comes on. It doesn't do that. What it does is it only populates, I'll show you. As you can see here, it's still color wash, still color wash, still color wash. But the first one, the picture populated that first area. If I have to go through, which I've done already on a couple of folders, and change every one of these by going on each time, inserting a motion effect, having to go down here to picture because it's in a color wash, click on the picture, and of course I've got it there. That's good. Boom. It's there. I say, okay, so now I have 1, 2 sections that now have the right picture in it, but this section doesn't and this section doesn't. So my request to La Lightorama people is, let me be able to select the row. I'll do it again. Select the row. And then I'll right click on this whole row, go into the motion effect. And that's what I don't understand. I was afraid what was going to happen was the whole row was going to be populated with the motion effect I picked. But it didn't change the data areas where the pictures are supposed to go. So I click my picture, and in this case, I'm going to select the file because this is the rest channel. So I'm going to say rest and then say OK. It doesn't populate the whole thing. It populates the first area, but I've still got the color wash on the second section there and the third section. So as it sits right now, I have to go in and populate each one of those pictures one at a time if I want to have this effect in the matrix. And so I guess, like I said, one more time, the request to you folks at Lightorama is I'd like to be able to populate each one of these areas with one click. And that way I can plug in all the Papagayo, and then I can go in there and plug in the 10 channels at a time and populate the whole channel. That wouldn't take me very long at all. Right now it takes a long time to do these animations using multiple motion effects channels, 10 of them actually, And then I have 2 additional effects channels that go underneath so I can lay like snow over the top of them. It's a great, the motion effect feature is really super great. It's just a hindrance to have to go in one at a time to populate all those areas, where this whole channel is going to populate, one, and, one picture through the whole channel, just on and off at various times. So that's my request. It would be nice if something came through, or you guys could do something, but that's my video request. Thanks for listening.